Hey guys, today you're going to be watching me do a Valentine's Day collab with my girl Nayely Nailed It. These are her nails on the left and mine on the right. And I'll be going into a little bit of detail on what we did and how we got it done. So just before I start, my hands are a little bit ashy. I'm going to be using Little Blessings Cosmetics Whipped Body Butter. She has a release coming out February 2nd. It actually works really well. I did choose the unscented option because I do suffer from migraines when it comes to certain scents. All quarantine long, I've been using this as an opportunity to support small businesses. So this is a really great product. Just to get into the collab, Nayely and I both have a Homost Polygel kit, which comes with 8 glitter polygels, matte coat, top coat, base gel, nail file, the whole 9 yards. Everything you'll need except a lamp to get your nails done. So we decided to do a collab after listening to a few things on Clubhouse. We do have a lot of things in common in regards to our nails. We're stay-at-home moms, we're moms to 3 children, and we just felt like this would be a good opportunity to collab with one another. These are the colors that are included. I've already prepped my hand, so the tips are already glued on, filed and shaped. And right now I'm just going in with the base coat gel. I know I do this off camera, but do just make sure that you are curing after any layer that you do. You'll see later on in the video where I actually made a mistake and put the second color on top of the wet polygel. It was such a headache to get it fixed, but I did fix it and it looked okay. With this collab, I have my video where I'm showing you how I created my set. And then in my description box, you can actually head straight over to my Nailsis video, Nayely, and you can view hers as well. She actually has a lot of good content. You know, I'm new to YouTube, I'm just starting out, so I don't have as much videos as she does. But she does give a lot of walkthroughs, and she does her videos in French now also. She is a native French speaker. That is her first language. English, Portuguese, Spanish, all of those are secondary languages. I feel like it is really good that she's doing these videos in French as well. An idea that she got from Clubhouse. Like I said in one of my previous videos, if you haven't already joined Clubhouse, you definitely should. There are a lot of opportunities there to kind of learn and grow, especially depending on the nature of your business. You can use Clubhouse as a means of networking, as a means of getting new ideas, or even doing a collab like Nayely and I. So here's where I made a little bit mistake of putting the gel on top of my already wet polygel. And it's really hard to try to spread out, but I did try to smooth it out as much as I could. Then I cured, and then I went back in to try to create a little ombre effect, just to cover that up a little bit. Initially I was going for an ombre, but I forgot to cure the pink layer first. Now, if you're familiar with my other 2 videos, the process of applying the polygel is pretty much the same. You want to squeeze a little bit out onto the nail. You make sure that your brush is moist, whether you're using 70% isopropyl alcohol or slip solution, gel slip solution, whatever you do choose. You just want to make sure that your brush is nice and covered so that this way you avoid any sticking You don't want your polygel to stick inside your brush and get stuck because it is a little bit hard to get out. Now these are just some glitters that I sell on my online shop. In this video I'm going to be using the Valentine's Day glitters because of course this is a Valentine's Day set. Right here I'm just kind of doing a little bit of an ombre. I want the tip to be pretty clear, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the glitters, some fine glitter that I actually got from the Dollar Tree. Since I put the polygel on first, I'm going to be covering that tip with base coat gel to give the glitter something to stick onto. I don't cure it. I stick all of my glitters on while it's still wet, and then I cure it so that it locks and holds everything in place. And once that's done, I'll be covering it with clear acrygel. What I do like about working with the Homost Polygel is that it is pretty soft. So because of that, it's very easy to move while also maintaining your shape. You don't want to spend all of that time shaping and filing your nails only for that beautiful shape to be lost once you apply your polygel. With Homost, I don't have any of those issues. Right here I tried to do a little bit of a stacked effect so that this way the nail didn't look so empty. I think it actually turned out pretty nice. I just take a little bit of the glitter to kind of fill in those empty spots where the hearts couldn't reach. I didn't want them to be too close to the end and then I end up having to file them off by accident or mess up the look. I wanted the hearts to be whole and complete so that you can see them, everything included. Here I am capping, making sure that everything is nice and encapsulated, no air bubbles. I really push down on the polygel when it comes to encapsulating big chunky glitters like this so that it kind of gets into all of those crevices and doesn't create any little pockets of air that would show later once I finish filing and apply my top coat gel. I decided to just add a little bit more of an accent to the other nails, only because it looks really plain. I was initially going to add some stones to the index finger, but decided not to, only because I didn't want to waste my stones on my red iguana hand. So I'm doing like 3 hearts overlaying each other. I put a little base coat down to hold that in place, and then I cured it, and now I'm just putting a thin layer of clear, only because this particular nail is kind of built up already. Like I said, I made that decision last minute to add those hearts on, so the nail is at the thickness that I would prefer for it to be. And of course, with putting clear on top, it would make it a little thicker, so I did just put a very thin coat. I made sure it was nice and smooth so that I didn't have to file over it too much and potentially file through to the hearts. Now I know the Homost Polygel says that it is glitter, but in my opinion it does give like a pearl type of effect to it. Once you start smoothing it out, you get to see like little squiggles and wiggles. Like you can see it really good right there at the top of the index finger, kind of towards the bottom. And honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It looks really good in my opinion. So since this kit came with everything included, base coat, top coat, you know, the brush, this is my first time actually doing a nail set without using my SXC Cosmetics Polygel brush. I don't know what it is about that SXC brush, but I prefer to use that over any other brush. I've had a few other polygel kits like a Burano brush, and I just didn't like it that much, to be honest. Everything got like stuck into it. In this particular set, I didn't use my normal gel slip solution. I did use alcohol now that it's back in stock and can be found. And I didn't have too much of a problem as long as my brush was like really wet all the time. If my brush kind of dried out a little bit, it did become sticky, and then that's why I have that little lint-free wipe close by to wipe it out. But for the most part, it was really good and worked very well. So these are the nails once the application is finished, and I'm gonna go into the filing, wiping off the tacky layer with my Young Nail Swipe and a lint-free wipe. And I also just want to note that this is my very first time using my red iguana hand. Right now I'm just going in with a medium safety bit and kind of evening everything out. When I am filing, I do run my thumb down the nail often, just to kind of feel and make sure everything is smooth, because if it's not, you'll definitely notice it once you put your top coat on. And this is where I also realized that you can't dust off the red iguana. I believe it's because it's silicone that the nail dust sticks to it, so even with having my Melody Susie 2-in-1, it was like the dust was sticking onto it a lot. So I just waited until the very end when I was finished with my shaping and filing, and then I went and washed the hand off with, you know, soap and water and a soft brush. I didn't want to use anything too hard. Now this is my favorite part with my favorite drill bit, the 5-in-1. This is a medium grit as well, and I always get right in that cuticle area. It allows you to get close to the cuticle without any burning. And then once I'm finished with that, I just take my medium sanding band, kind of smooth everything out one last time. It gives it that dusty look that sometimes I need, just to be sure that everything is smooth and covered and nice and even. I need that dusty look to kind of see the shape really. When it's too buffed out, I can't really tell if there are any imperfections. I'm going in one more time with my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file on the sides. And these are the nails once filing is done. This is like a tapered square look. where it's not too straight out, it just comes in a slight little bit while still maintaining that clear shape. My favorite part, adding the top coat gel to the dusty nails, and it like gives that big reveal. You kind of see all the work that you just did, that you applied. Now I do save the ring nail for last because that is the nail that has all the hearts and everything in it, and I really wanted to see that reveal. It looks so nice. So after each nail I do cure just to avoid any mistakes, since this is a practice hand. And it's not like a human where you can kind of tell them to put their hand, their other fingers down. I just cure each nail as I go along when I'm top coating, making sure I wipe down the sidewall so that this way if I did bump into the other nail, I'm not messing anything up or putting my fingerprint on it, making it ugly. These are the completed sets for both Nayely and I. Don't forget to head over to her YouTube. I'm gonna leave the link in my description below. Thanks for coming and watching our nail collab. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.